Welcome to Connection Corner, Seizing the AI Moment, brought to you by Women in Technology Hollywood. Hello and welcome to WIT Podcast's new series, Seizing the AI Moment. We're your hosts, Filiz Bahmanpour and Margarita Lamb. In each episode, we dive into conversations with AI executives, trailblazers, and innovators who are reshaping technology across the creative and business worlds. I'm Filiz Bahmanpour, board member at Women in Technology Hollywood, and the head of media and entertainment at Tavan Technologies. I led product development and business transformation at NBC Universal Theme Parks and Resorts, and Nielsen Grace Note. And along the way, I even shared an Emmy with the SNL crew. I'm passionate about the innovation of media and advertising and serve as advisor at emerging tech and AI companies.
Hi, I'm Margarita. I'm one of your co-hosts along with Filiz for Seizing the AI Moment for Women in Technology Hollywood. I lead media entertainment practice at Point B Consulting and previously shaped strategy and transformation at Time Warner and NBC Universal. Today, I partner with entertainment companies and streamers to turn AI innovation into real-world impact, unlocking creativity, reducing complexity, and driving what's next. Along the way, I've been honored as a top 25 consultant in media entertainment and thrilled to be partnering with Filiz and iAsia today.
Thank you, Margarita. Today, it's our distinct pleasure to host iAsia Brown, aka Tech Picasso, former Air Force, former Marine, and a fellow WIT board member, a truly inspiring leader with many talents and dimensions of service. iAsia is also a senior producer at Xbox Game Studios. She is known for pushing the envelope when it comes to innovation in game development and a fierce advocate for representation and equity in gaming. In a moment, we will dive into how AI is transforming gaming, from building smarter non-player companions to procedural world of creation, to how inclusive storytelling can be enhanced with intelligent tools and AI. iAsia, welcome. We're so excited to chat with you today, what it really takes to build the future of gaming and how AI is playing a role.
Thank you for having me, both you ladies. I appreciate you.
Awesome. iAsia, you've led production at one of the most iconic studios in the world. But take us back to your origin story, if you will. Was gaming always the dream?
Gaming for me was always the refuge. It was the place where I found myself. To be frank, it's where I found myself. Do you want me to? I live in this world of duality. I got you. I live in this world of duality where growing up, I always wanted a Game Boy. I wanted a Game Boy. I was 7 years old. I wanted a Game Boy. My dad was like, games are for boys. And then my brother was born. And the first thing, he was, I think, like 2-3 months old. They got him a Game Boy. I'm like, he doesn't even know how to work his fingers. But I found that as I've always gravitated to it. It gave me something to do, to critically think about it. But when I say gaming saved my life, I really, really mean that. I served in the military during pre and post, don't ask, don't tell. And I'm sure we can all remember there was a time when Skype came along and people, you could see the people you were talking to for the first time. That was the most dangerous thing for someone who was of the LGBT community. So for me, it was always a headset and a controller and talking to an avatar. Like gaming was always the place where I went to be safe. I had a community there. I had people who loved me there, and I could talk to people who loved me there.
How did the gaming then become the profession of choice?
Safety. It all comes down, I think life is just a series of how to survive. And for me, and I don't really tell this story much, but I'll go into it. I'm going to take y'all on an emotional roller coaster, so here we go.
We're ready.
It was I was 2010 deployment. Yeah, because my daughter was 1. The 2010 deployment, and I play Final Fantasy. Love Final Fantasy. There's only one right Final Fantasy game. It's Final Fantasy VII. Everyone else, they can hold their thoughts. Final Fantasy. And I've played with the same group of people for years. So before I joined the military, while I'm in the military, and I get online, on deployment, I get online, and everyone's gathered in one spot. And I'm like, what's going on? And everyone's like, hey, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm cool. They're like, no, are you okay? It's cool. It's cool if you're not okay. I'm like, I'm good. Wow, what's up? And someone puts in the chat, she doesn't know. And I'm like, what don't I know? And they told me at the time, my girlfriend at the time committed suicide. And my whole online gaming community knew, but I didn't know. And I couldn't talk about it because I would have got kicked out. I couldn't ask to go home. I couldn't ask to go to the funeral. I couldn't ask to be present. I just had to sit with everything that I was feeling and just sit there. So I'm on a boat in the middle of the water, just holding a controller for about 18 hours a day because I had people on the other side like, are you okay? Do you need to talk? And just keeping me. So for me, everybody deserves that type of support, that type of love, that type of community. And gaming provides that for a lot of people. There are a lot of lonely people in the world. There are a lot of people who are stuck in their head. There are a lot of people who are stuck in their bed. There are a lot of people who just don't have anyone. And I mean, gaming opens up a new world of people with similar interests. And if you don't have anything else in the world to talk about, it's just a bunch of avatars on the screen doing what they love.
Absolutely. I mean, such a touching and personal story. Thanks for sharing that. I always say I used to play Minecraft since my daughter was 3, currently studying architecture. So maybe it was, it had a part in it.
My daughter just asked me, we just started looking at USC School of Architecture. And I'm like, okay, let's do this.
She started there. It's a great school. That's awesome. How old is your daughter?
She will be 16 next month.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
Congratulations.
Absolutely. So pivoting a little bit, what was the moment where you saw, I mean, I guess when I look at the computer games right now, there's a lot of AI built into it. I mean, whether it's basically like the adaptive scenarios to, and sometimes injected AI. What was the moment that you saw AI in the games? If you can be a little bit specific, maybe in your world, and how you could reimagine, AI in the games today and tomorrow.
Ooh, I believe the first time I encountered, it was during a studio review, and it was iterating on behavior trees. So if this, then this, and someone fed some lines into a generative AI model, and the NPC would start reacting. And not only was it was reacting, it was emotionally responding. So not only did I get to see like a real-time reaction, like we got some empathy in there. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh no.
But it was beautiful to watch. And then, I asked the question, hey, can we do that in Mandarin really quick? And then someone used another AI model to translate it in real time, to localize it. It's called localization in real time to Mandarin. I was just like, this is great.
Yeah.
For me, that's where I knew one, AI is going to open up a completely different new world of opportunities in gaming, but I knew we were onto something like special.
And I know you're very passionate about from your other work about accessibility as well, right? Yes. Like this translation also speaks about, having accessible globally to all of the gamers and gaming community.
Yes.
So maybe in this section of like speaking about your origin and how you got into this and use AI in gaming, if you go back in time, what would you tell your younger self about, rise in AI in games, and perhaps even think about like, the generation of today and any advice for them?
All of your thoughts, write them down. Like, just write them down. What I find is that when I go back and read like my old journals from being a kid, or like my old reports, all the things that I said I wanted to see in the world or wanted to do, I wish this game could do this. Now it can. And sometimes I get to be the person behind making it come to life. So it's not a if, it's just a when. So
yeah.
Right. And you never know when your when is coming. So just keep writing it down and it'll find you. Like for me, it just all works out. In my opinion, it all works out. If you write it down, I can't solve for it today. And for me, I'm really good at ideation. I can ideate on something really well, but I know when it's not my ministry, I know how to find the team that can be like, hey, this is what I'm thinking. Do this. However it comes out. And working with other people to bring things to life that's the most rewarding part of my job.
When it comes to also like, just working with the younger generations, I believe you have a lot of effort in that space as well. I mean, I see time to time your LinkedIn posts with younger kids. Tell us a little bit about that.
Anyone who has children, I think we can all agree that you learn something new every single day. Children keep you young. They keep you innovative because you have to find out ways to get in front of them because they're already thinking about ways to get in front of you. I think succession planning is so important. And as we live, our society is very interesting right now because we live in a society where people who don't necessarily live in the technology the way the younger generations do are creating policies for technology they don't understand. So it's interesting to watch the dynamic. So for me, it's all about succession planning. I want to take every single thing that I know and teach my daughter because she's going to teach, she's going to teach her friends. You see all these kids, they collaborate together. They're on Minecraft together. They're on Roblox together and they're just talking about things. And they're like, hey, we're going to build this. We're going to recreate this. Remember when Minecraft someone built the entire solar system, like the entire solar system. Yeah. Someone took the time to build the entire solar system in Minecraft.
Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing. I guess that gives me another question to ask right away. I mean, we see AI not only the creative sense, right? Like whether it's the characters or the creative development, but also, I guess, the person that you were just talking about created a whole world, right? Now we see sort of like using prompts, sort of like automating processes. Do you have any good examples in your world that, perhaps in that space?
I like to look at everything from an accessible lens. Love to look at everything from an accessible lens. So one of the things that I try to focus on is if I enjoy something, how can I make sure people around the world enjoy it too? The first part is accessibility to language. I love that through the use of AI, I can localize in any language, literally in any language. I can create characters in real time that are easily identifiable of different cultures around the world. That's more representative. I love that I could have conversations with my AI and go, this is what I'm thinking about. This is where I am now. Where are my blind spots from an accessibility lens? And get answers.
Amazing.
And with those answers, then I can do something about it. Like, okay, how does this affect the colorblind community? What effect will this have on the deaf community? How can I make this accessible for someone who is low vision? And just and have the questions. If you don't have the people in front of you to ask, because I believe in, in a room full of right-handed people, no one cares about the left-handed person. So if I ask my AI, hey, from a left-handed perspective, will this work? And it says no, okay, how can I make it work? What are some options? And then I start ideating and it's like, all right, okay, what can I do now with this information? I think it's all about information, and prompt engineering is key. You don't take the first answer. You have to keep going. 6 layers. I say at least 6 questions. For every one question, you should go 6 layers deep.
Oh, I'm going to note that down. 6 questions.
That's right.
That's such a practical sort of tip there. You mentioned prompt, right? Like now we're also seeing agentic AI, coming into the picture, right? Not only sort of the new generation, I think it needs to learn and study and get up to speed to implement their ideas in prompt engineering. Agentic AI is coming to forefronts. Maybe my last question before I hand over to Margarita is there any innovation in your current role at Xbox where AI has helped you to move perhaps faster, smarter, and more creatively? And it could be a brief, since we covered some of it.
I think across the industry, when it comes to building worlds, automating environments, if I need to make New York City, but I need 40 buildings, I can make 40 buildings now in less than 11 seconds. I can create entire landscapes of cities. I can literally, I can recreate us right now. What do I need? And as long as the prompt is there, it'll spit it out for me.
Awesome. Margarita, all yours.
iAsia, so inspiring. Thank you for elevating gaming to be about community. Thank you for elevating gaming to be art of the possible for the next generation. When you shared the example of the solar system and built in New York, I'm very excited that our future generation is gaming and getting involved in this way. So this is a section called Quickfire Yes or No.
All right.
So first question, will generative AI write the next hit indie game? Yes or no?
No.
Are AI NPCs going to be smarter than human players?
No.
Can AI help fix toxicity in online gaming?
Yes.
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 Expound on that. I was surprised you said that about NPCs because you're sharing how that was a motive. So I thought at one point sentiment and intelligence can catch up. So tell us a little about toxicity.
The reason why I say yes to toxicity is because we are creatures of behavior and patterns. So if the AI catches onto a pattern and you start getting banned from all the things you love and your IP address starts getting blocked and you can't access, you have to do one of two things. Change your behavior, like just change your behavior. So I do think AI can become a watchdog of sorts to start to invoke behavior change. So now when you can't access and you can't play the way you're used to playing or behaving, the way you're used to behaving, and you're getting blocked and banned, that's costly.
Thank you. So we're really looking forward to that in terms of that level setting and reducing toxicity in online gaming. Moving on to hot takes, bold predictions, and rapid fire reactions.
Let's go.
The first question, fast paced, future focused. We won't hold you to it.
Okay.
AI generated open worlds. Do you think it's magical or too chaotic to control?
I think it's magical.
And can you give us one example? Yes.
Have you ever had the wildest dream of your life, and then when you wake up, you try to explain it to someone else? Now take everything that you thought about in that dream and you put it into, like a Sora AI, and you're like, this is what I was dreaming about. I saw this, I saw this, I saw this, I saw this. Beautiful mountains, but there was an elevator and an escalator inside of a Big Ben looking clock. And you say, show me this scene. And in, 55 seconds, you have it. You're like, that's a level of, now when you can't explain it, you go, see, this is what I meant. Like, you get to show it.
Show me the scene. You're right. You made it feel magical by describing it. So, all right. What about if a game is about 80% AI generated? Do you still consider it an art?
Yes. AI doesn't create itself. And I think people take the people out of AI. It's, I quite frankly, I think it should be AAI. It should be assisted, artificial intelligence, because it doesn't do it on its own. The art comes from the concept of that comes from someone's mind. Like, I would love to see, the prompt. And you're specific. If you want to say, I want to see hues of blue, twilight with a twinkle of, the constellations to the northeast over New Zealand, like you get to put the imagery in there. You set the stage. It's no different. That's like saying a poet. It's still their writing. It's still
yes.
It's so I think we can't forget about the human side of AI, because AI didn't wake up in the morning and go, you know what, today we're going to build a world. Someone had to say, today I'm going to build a world using AI. So it's
that human collaborative part that keeps the sentiment and keeps the art.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
The work just accelerates. The work is accelerated. But how detailed, and there are some things that I've taken maybe an hour and a half just to do the prompt, to make sure the prompt is good. So it's not like build me a world. Now I got a world. I actually have to get down to the details, the minute details, and really put effort into it, and then iterate on it, and then iterate on it. I put the work in to do the prompt, to create the scene. And then, AI does the work to get it done in minutes.
So you shape the storytelling, you shape the outline, and that sounds like that prompt was more than 6 level deep. That almost sounds like a 100 level deep AI.
And you have to just keep going. It should be conversational. It should be a thought partner. It should be a collaborator. It's not a hey, AI, go build a game. Ta-da.
Next prediction. Would you play a game that changed based on real life behavior?
Yes. Oh, there's a couple of those out there right now. Yes, that depending on what you pick, choose your own adventure. There is a USC student, Celine. She created a game called Free Will. It's an indie game. I thought it was a game about free will. But when I think about games that, change or based on how you play, games will adapt to your play.
Final question, AI in gaming production. Threat to creative jobs, or do you see it as a new toolbox for creativity and productivity?
I've never considered AI a threat to creative. Before there were drills, there were shovels. The drill did not replace the shovel. It's just a different tool for a different type of project. I see AI the same way. AI will never replace an artist. It's just a tool for a different type of project. And ultimately, you have to give it the artist's work in order to create output. So
I want you to repeat that. AI will never repeat the artist. AI will never repeat the artist. So coupled to what you said about art is the human piece of it. So thank you for those bold predictions. I think it sounds like the future of AI in gaming is really bright. So Filiz, turning over to you for sort of the wrap.
Awesome. I really enjoyed this. People take the people out of AI. People do the prompt. AI is a thought partner, collaborator. Asia, love your tidbits and analogies. Thank you so much for joining with us. And that's a wrap on today's episode of Seizing the AI Moment. Game on with iAsia Brown.
Thank you, iAsia. Thank you for the passion. Thank you for the creativity. Super exciting. I'm seriously jazzed after listening to you. I feel like we need to make you into an avatar and just sort of like sprinkle your positivityness and your creativity.
Got you.
Okay. We hope that the audience here, you're leaving with great insights to inspire your next AI move. If you enjoyed this episode on podcast platforms or YouTube, be sure to subscribe, leave us a 5-star review, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. If you're a subscriber of our newsletter, Witwire, you will continue to access new episodes as we release them. Feel free to invite others to subscribe on our website, With Hollywood, with 1H. And join this amazing community. And don't forget to check out our website to see all the ways you can be involved and support women shaping the future of technology, media, and entertainment. See you next time.
Thank you, Aisha. Thank you.
You are very welcome.
Thanks for watching Connection Corner, Seizing the AI Moment, brought to you by Women in Technology Hollywood.